Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dwight here at Retro Crypto YouTube channel. I know you guys are saying, where the heck have you been? Got a little tied up the last few days, and I was a little depressed watching the market, and I didn't want to make any charting mistakes. I'm not going to lie to you. Like I said, I'm just a guy out on the internet who loves cryptocurrency. I'm not a financial advisor, so when it was like really sensitive, I wanted to see where the market was going to go. So I kind of just held back, and I was a little depressed because I lost a lot of my crypto. But fortunately, I'm a Hexican, so Richard Hart kind of saved my butt. And also Cardano. Cardano's down drastically, but she ain't out. And I know Cardano's going to explode. So, with that said, let's go through the normals. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Each and every one of you to smash that like button. Every time I get likes over 50 likes, my channel starts to explode. YouTube algorithm, search engine algorithm starts sending more traffic my way. So please take a moment, hit that like button, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And if you have subscribed, hit that bell notification. That way you're alerted whenever I upload a new video. Okay. All right, let's take a look here at this right now, and we'll see that the market is looking quite crazy. Now, we all know that HEX is in the number 6 spot, but you'll notice that they don't place it in the correct location on Coin 360. But I like the background, so I went ahead and used it today. Bitcoin's currently sitting at 28,429. Ethereum's at 1,900. Got some stable coins. Ugh, we don't want to talk about Terra Luna right now. Well, we'll talk about it later. Binance coin got Ripple, 37 cents. Cardano's at 45. Solana at $42. Dogecoin is kind of holding his ground, all considered. Polkadot is at 824. I think that's a good buy point for Polkadot, depending on how far things drop. But yeah, let's get this started here. All right. So today is May 12th, 2022, and it's 6:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the good old US of A. All right, guys. I'm sure that we've all had a horrible last few days just watching the market tank, and it was all spared by Terra Luna and the UST stablecoin. Which I do want to talk about that. I'm a gambler, but I'm saving that for the very last. So the way I'm planning on doing this video, guys, because I have so much I want to talk about. I want to talk about the overall crypto market cap. Then I want to go into HEX, of course, and then I want to go in. Well, actually, I want to cover Bitcoin, then HEX, then the Pulsechain projects, the ecosystem that's being built for Pulsechain, and then I want to talk about Cardano and Terra Luna at the very end. That way, I don't tie you guys up if you don't care about other projects. But I want to start talking about other things, including always HEX first, though. All right, here we go, guys. So let's take a look at the charting very quickly here for the crypto total market cap, and you're going to see that the market cap is down drastically from this all-time high at $2.98 trillion. Yeah, we'll just say 3 trillion. We're down drastically. We're currently sitting at a whopping 1.2. Is that 1.2? No. Yeah, $1.2 trillion currently. That's so depressing. Now we're coming up on another support level of this, and that support level is currently sitting at 1 trillion. So hopefully we don't dip underneath the 1 trillion support level, but there is a strong possibility that we will dip underneath it. But let's hope that we hold out at 1 trillion. If you look up here, the VPVR has the a major resistance point at the 2 trillion mark when we go back up in the future. But first, we gotta get through this bear market. All right, let's jump forward here. Oh, also the volume, obviously a lot of sell pressure. Now we're gonna take a look at Bitcoin. We're gonna spend some real time on Bitcoin today because you got to remember the market is not like HEX. It's not completely decoupled from Bitcoin. Ethereum's not decoupled from Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin shows volatility, it's going to affect the whole crypto market. All right, so these are the resistance points that I covered the other day. We actually have broken through this resistance at $25,839. We are poking through it right there, but it may hold. So with the resistance points, sometimes you can poke through it, but it technically still holds there. But we are peeking through it, so we have to see how this plays out. Now, this is on the daily chart right now. And the next resistance point I have drawn out will be at $22,504. And if that doesn't hold, the next one will be $19,110. And if that doesn't hold, guys, You talk about going down to 10,694, which I will admit Richard Hart did predict that. I'm praying to God that doesn't happen. If it does, I love crypto, and I will not make the same mistakes twice that I made recently. I'm taking some gains, but fortunately, I'm a Hexican, so I'm just waiting for Pulsechain, and I want to talk about that too. All right. So yeah, that's the realistically where it stands right now, guys. We'll have to wait and see what happens. All right, now we're gonna look at the moving averages for Bitcoin. There's nothing. We're not even gonna talk about moving averages. Everything is horrible right now. The MACD. Look at that volume. Woof. That volume is crazy. All that sell volume right there. And to show you the significance of that volume, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. And the last time the volume was crazy like that was around May 22nd. And that's when we had that brief run up and we thought that it was going to do something, but it did not. I'm sorry, that was May 22nd last year. I'm thinking of the wrong May. So, give you an idea, yeah, that was May 22nd last year, 2021. Last time the volume spiked up the way it is right now. So, we're in a bear market. We know for a fact now there's nobody arguing that we're not in the bear market. I'm pretty sure. All right. Bollinger Bands has Bitcoin on the oversold side of things. No crap. RSI also has it overheated, oversold. And the fear and greed indicator has the market on the fearful side of things. All right, Bitcoin on a daily chart with Ichimoku. Bitcoin is being predicted to continue bearish out for until at least June 6th, according to the Ichimoku chart. 8, that should not be there. Sorry about that, guys. I was experimenting with something earlier. All right, so basically Bitcoin's bearish. No duh. All right, so now we're going to jump over here to the HEX Daily Stats. Let's see what's going on with HEX, my fellow Hexicans out there. All right, so HEX right now. Why is it so bright? Hold on one second, guys. I look so bright. My head is like shining like a light bulb. I know. I like to think I'm a little bright, but I'm not that bright. All right, there we go. It's a little bit better. All right, guys. So, what do we have here? HEX is at 12.5 cents. T-share price is currently 745 US dollars. A T-share rate, it takes a total of 21,790 HEX to make one T-share. The payout per T-share is 6.131 HEX. The penalties today were 496,300 HEX. The liquidity for HEX is 177 million HEX. The liquidity USDC is 18.8 million USDC and USD. And liquidity ETH is 3,300 ETH. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so HEX is looking pretty good today. We're not going to worry about yesterday. The sacrifice totals were redone yet again on the 12th, which is today. We have to be patient. Richard Hart said he hopes everything will be done in the next 14 days when he did a video with Wendy O. So 14 days would put us at roughly, I think we're like 12 days into the 14 days at this point because it was the day before yesterday. It's kind of crazy. It's coming, Pulsechain so close. All right, let's take a look at HEX with the moving averages. Now, I'm going to use the moving averages with HEX because it's still faring much better than Bitcoin and everything else, in my personal opinion. But, you know, I'm just an ordinary guy out there on the internet with a passion for cryptocurrency. I'm not a financial advisor. Ding! All right. Anyway, guys. All right, let's take a peek here at the moving averages for HEX. We have a depth cross occurring. The 20-day moving average has crossed over the 200-day, the 100, and the 50-day. It was to be expected. If you look at the daily charts, it's not a depth chart. It's not a depth cross yet on the daily chart, but it looks like it's definitely coming that direction. We have to wait and see. The daily chart actually still looks good for HEX. HEX is looking fairly good, but it is curving down, so we'll have to see how this plays out for HEX. But with Pulsechain coming in the near future, anything and everything can happen with a HEX, guys. All right, the volume for HEX is still relatively low. The MACD, which is lags behind the market, has HEX currently bearish. Ichimoku for HEX for the next, we're going to push out HEX long term like everything else. Ichimoku actually has HEX going bullish starting around May 21st. So sometime between May 21st and June 6th, HEX is predicted to go bullish with the Ichimoku, which is kind of cool. I like that. I like that a lot. And that actually kind of falls in line with what's about to happen, which is kind of weird. How would they know that? Inquiring minds would like to know. So let's see. Hold on. So May 21st. How many days out is that, guys? Let's see. Today is the 12th. Every day. Today is the 12th. And, wow. That's like right in line with Pulsechain release, potentially. Oh, we have to see what happens. Because I really do think HEX is going to run up when Pulsechain releases. And I was actually talking to a friend of mine at work today of like, what am I going to do? And I think that HEX is going to run up in value swiftly. And I think Pulsechain is going to have a run up. And then they're both going to pull back. For me, I'm probably going to take some profits. Not a ton, but I'm taking profits. And that way I could buy more Pulsechain and more HEX. Because it's going to have to, after that initial burst of some good news, it's going to have to pull back. Let's see, HEX US. Let's see the HEX with the Bollinger Bands. It has HEX on the oversold side of things. RSI also feels that HEX is oversold. Fear and Greed has HEX on the fearful side of things. All right, Ichimoku chart on a daily chart. So we're looking out for the long term with HEX. I'm not Ichimoku, duh. This is my market cipher chart. Let's see, we have a bullish continuation, then a short signal, and the market just tanked for HEX from there. If you look at HEX with a 4-hour chart, I did state that HEX was at $12.80. I mean, 12 cents, 12 cents. Well, 0.1280 if I did. I mean, almost 13 cents, which considered the rest of the market, it's not bad, guys. It's really not. I'm actually very ecstatic that I hold HEX. HEX on May 8th showed a sell signal, then a bearish continuation with the 4-hour chart. So yeah, HEX is going bearish like everything else. But like I said, that would be to be expected. This is a wedges I drew the other day. Now, oddly enough, we did break through the center one, but this bottom one actually, it broke through, but it's holding. So it may actually stay inside of here. We may actually come back up and break out here. We have to give it some time and see. It's hard to say. Everything is hard to predict these days, but you see that little right here? We're still in there. So let's wait and see what happens. Because I have a lot of luck with the sideways wedge and this wedge, and then a backup wedge. Let's see what happens here. All right, guys. So for HEX, I'm going to say we're definitely bearish territory along with everything else, but I still think that HEX has a bright future. All right, extremely. Actually, I'm ranking a large portion of my portfolio, my financial well-being on HEX. Tell you the truth. All right, let's take a look at Hedron here, guys. This is a wedge I had drawn the other day. Obviously, Hedron has dropped out the bottom of it, to say the least. But I'm not mad, actually, because all considered, everything that's transpired in the market recently, if this is the worst that Hedron has done, I'm going to say that's pretty damn impressive in my personal opinion. Let's see here. Like, we did get a little spike up. We got a little excitement the other day. But then, thanks to good old UST stablecoin, everything's tanked for right now. So, but I'm a very strong supporter of Hedron. I just think Hedron is a matter of waiting for adoption, actually, for Hexicans to start staking through Hedron, because they can't take loans out until they start staking through it. But I do want to see where we're about to go right now, which I'm going to say right now, I'm not going to try to chart this one out at all. I just want to draw out a really good support line for it. So let's go ahead and draw a support line for the Hedron so we can check back on it a little later. So we're just going here, and I'm just going to put that support line right there along with the VP VR, because I'm in a complete agreement with it right now. All right, and I just want to check back with Hedron and see what it's going to do. You know what? I think I might do an actual trend line too while I'm at it. I'm going to do a trend line going over here just to see what it does, because it's very helpful when you check back on these guys. But Hedron, as usual, hasn't really done much, and it did have some positive movement until the market tanked. So I mean, I would not. What does that saying go? Like, I wouldn't discount them yet. Basically, all right. I forgot the saying. All right. Next one up, guys. Maxi token. Maxi token, we had a wedge drawn. It was bouncing around this rectangle wedge, and we actually broke out on top, which is quite impressive. Maxi token has constantly retained more volume than Hex. Now, I'm questioning. I don't think Maxi token's bad at all, and I want to pick some up. I just want to pick it up at a real good price. This would have been an awesome spot to pick it up at. I wish I wasn't trying to be so greedy. But Maxi has done quite well thus far. I kind of feel that it's getting more attention than it deserves a little bit because of a little bit of hype. But I mean, it's working. It's doing what it's supposed to do. So it's kind of impressive there. I'd like to see what Maxi does moving forward into the future. Maximus, that is. But as you can see, it bounced a wedge. It broke out on the top. So that's bullish, guys. And with the rest of the market, the way the rest of the market's behaving, that's not bad at all. All right. PulseDoge. PulseDoge is not doing well. PulseDoge is very much so under a penny now. Its new low points all the way down here. It's currently sitting at 0.007. Do not discount. Don't that's it. Don't write PulseDoge off. Actually, I think it's a good buy-in opportunity for PulseDoge personally, especially with HEX about to do, well, Pulsechain about to launch. Let me remove this here. Yeah. All right. Let's see what else we got going on here. PulseDoge coin, which I feel is the imposter, but we will cover it. PulseDoge coin is not faring so well either. PulseDoge coin has fallen from all the way up here at about $5 roughly to a whopping $1.90. It's still nothing to be sneezed at considering it was free money. I am glad that I claimed it when I did and then converted it to HEX. But PulseDoge coin is definitely still in the play, and if you haven't claimed it yet, what are you waiting for? All right. But I don't want to chart it out just yet. But it looks like we might be forming a... Nope. I thought we were forming a W, but I don't think it's a W. No. All right. Who's next? All right. We got P33. P33 has not done nothing at all exciting. The liquidity is down to 11,000. That's like next to nothing in it. If you're a gambler, you might want to throw a little something at it. Wouldn't be a bad idea. But it's really not doing nothing great. And P33 was created by the creators of freepulse.io. So if you haven't heard about freepulse.io, check out my other videos. You don't want to sleep on that, guys. It's a great way. It's a faucet for Pulse. When Pulse chain goes live, freepulse.io is a free faucet of Pulse. Why wouldn't you want something for free? All right. That's it for the Pulse projects, Hexkins. So for all you Hexkins out there, if you want to jump ship, leave, I got you. I respect it. Thank you for joining me. Now we're going to talk about some Cardano. Remember, guys, HEX is my favorite project. Well, Cardano and HEX are in tug of war right now, honestly. They're in a very tight tug of war with me saying my favorite project. But I really do love Cardano, and I think that there is a lot of similarities between Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, and Richard Hart, the founder of HEX and Pulsechain. All right, so Cardano right now with the moving averages, it looks horrible like everything else. What else would you expect? We have gone from the all-time high of $3 last spring, was it? Yeah, well, last fall, all-time high last fall. We've dropped all the way down to roughly, where is that? It's in 46 cents right now. What I see right now is a great buy-in point for Cardano. Right here, you'll see that the market cipher chart has Cardano. We're going to look at Cardano on a 2-hour chart, and I know better, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's continued to have bearish signals. So I think Cardano is going to continue to drop, guys, plain and simple. It's going to drop some more. Now, if you look over here at the Ichimoku chart, it has, on the daily chart, that means Cardano going out to June 6th. It has Cardano bearish. But you got to remember, Cardano is going to be releasing some serious upgrades in June, and it's going to change everything with the smart contracts. Bollinger Bands has Cardano oversold. RSI is on fire oversold with Cardano. And the fear and greed indicator has Cardano actually into a little bit of greed, but not enough to talk about. All right, the moving average exponential has Cardano as bearish, very bearish. 2 hours should be very bearish. Yeah, there's nothing there to talk about. So, what is there to talk about Cardano? Not much, other than the fact that I do view Cardano as a good opportunity. Now, I'm going to show you guys. So I'm going to close this out here, the moving average. Boom. And we'll leave the volume up there. All right, so Cardano right now, because I just drew this for a friend the other day. I must have deleted it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys where I believe that there is a good support. So I think there's very good support right here, roughly 35 cents, 30 to 35 cents. There's really good support. And then there is another very good support line right here, which is around 14 cents. Now, I pray to God we don't go that low. Actually, I'm going to raise it up a little bit. We're going to say 17 cents. So 35 cents, 17 cents. Right now, we're sitting at 48 cents for Cardano. There's no thing to indicate any kind of true support between there and there. So even if you look at the 4-hour chart, hopefully it goes back far enough. If you look at the 4-hour chart here, please go back. All right, yep, that's where the actual support occurs. So I'm basically, I hate to say it, because I'm just an ordinary guy out there on the internet with a love for cryptocurrency, and predicting Cardano to hit 35 cents. If it breaks through that support, it will drop down to 17 cents. I don't foresee it happening. I strongly believe Cardano is going to hold out at 35 cents, but I'm not 100% sure. There is a lot of talk that we are bottomed out with the Bitcoin, but only time will tell. Everybody's kind of guessing. Remember, technical analysis is what you're actually looking at previous trends and actions in the market and trying to compare what you think it's going to do in the future today. All right. So right now, I'm saying actually, I would consider Cardano a good buy. Anything less than 40 cents, I think you're golden. You can actually start buying it now. I would actually start because I did. I actually briefly turned off my because I do a DCA daily cost average, but today I've turned it off like 2 days ago. Like Wendy O has said something on her channel. I was like, so I turned it off. But then I decided to turn it back on because I'm like, I think that it's about time to turn it back on, basically. But it's going to. I don't know. Cardano has so much going on, guys. It's not lunatic. You know what I mean? All right. So yeah, that's where I'm predicting for Cardano. 35 cents. And then if it gets very scary out there, 17 cents. I just don't see 17 cents happening. So I think anything lower than 45, 40 cents is a great buy. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go 45, 40 cents. All right. Don't forget about Muesli Swap. It's a great place to find out what new projects have popped out there for Cardano. What's a good steal? None of these down here I really have any interest in today, but tomorrow's another day. As you can see, ADAX is doing great today. They're up 64%. Sunday Swap's up 12%. You want to snatch those up when they're down 12% when you come down here and check it out, all right? Drip, Milk, Liquid. Liquid's a good one. Cinetta's. There's a bunch. There's so much being built on Cardano. It's sickening. And this is Muesli Swap I'm using. Let's see here. Let's talk about UST coin very quickly. UST coin is the stable coin that just crashed the market, basically. It was that, what they call it, Red Swan event or whatever, Black Swan, whatever. But anyway, Black Swan. It's just, everything just took a nosedive. So because of this project, this stable coin, I actually took a substantial loss, but it's part of the game. I'm not going to cry about it. I just want to, I hope it gets better. Now, everybody's saying that Terra Luna's gone. I'm not 100% convinced that it's gone for good. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I know nobody has any faith or trust in it, but I'm not sure if they're like out of business either. So I'm going to keep an eye on them. I'm going to see what happens. I'm not buying them, but if I see it stabilize, maybe a little bit of hopium. But if I did this would be like purely gambling. I'm talking like $50. Just toss $50 or something. But I don't know. I'm also hoping I get my money back, but it's probably gone. Anyway, that's the crypto game, guys. You only invest what you're willing to lose, and everything is risky. A lot of things are risky. Now, I knew the stablecoin was slightly risky. One of my big issues with Terra Luna was that it was based in South Korea, which you got to worry about. North Korea's right there, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, anyway, that's where that's at. I'm going to keep an eye on this one. I'm hoping it pans out to something. Who knows? It may or may not. I'm not sure this is the correct Terra right here I'm looking at. I don't think it is. Oh, yes, it is. Wow, that's disappointing. But anyway, yeah, that's where we're at. So that's it for this video, guys. Please make sure you leave a comment, suggestions, questions, anything goes, anything positive. I hate negative stuff, guys. Also, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and check out my Discord, check out Twitter, you know, all that good stuff. All right, guys, till next time. Peace out.